Welcome back. This is today's news for you. In this episode, we'll share insider stories on President Donald Trump, President Zelensky, and leaders from 7 European nations who gathered for last week's peace talks in the White House. We'll highlight the reaction of Italy's President Giorgia Meloni and take a closer look at President Macron's explanation of an embarrassing issue. And finally, a lighter twist: how astronauts manage something as simple as using a wet towel in space. Stay with us. Russian President Vladimir Putin made a surprise visit to Alaska on Friday, drawing immediate attention from U.S. officials. He later met privately with President Donald Trump, a meeting that some critics say overshadowed planned diplomatic discussions. The unexpected encounter sparked strong reactions from other world leaders, especially President Zelensky, who complained that he should have been the first to meet with Trump. The episode has raised new questions about the balance of influence in ongoing peace efforts.
I asked President Trump, Mr. President, why did you talk to Russian President Vladimir Putin before talking to me? And President Trump said he wanted to talk to the tallest one first and then the shortest. I was not happy about this.
During the recent 7-nation discussions, President Zelensky drew attention by wearing a sharp suit ahead of his meeting with President Donald Trump. Video clips of the moment have been circulating widely online, generating conversations about both his style and the overall tone of the talks. Zelensky's presentation added an unexpected layer of public interest, showing how even small gestures can capture global attention during high-profile summits.
I'm a big kid, look what I can do. I can wear big kid pants too.
Pull-ups, disposable training pants from Huggies.
And I can pull them off and on.
When your child is ready, there's nothing like pull-ups.
Mommy, wow! I'm a big kid now.
Later on, President Trump and President Zelensky were seen walking out of the Oval Office together, marking the end of their meeting. We're now halfway through this video. If our content brings you value, please like, share, subscribe, and tell us what you think in the comments. Your feedback is important and helps us grow. During the recent 7-nation meeting at the White House, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni caught the camera's attention with a candid reaction. As German Chancellor Friedrich Merz spoke and President Trump made a joke, Meloni rolled her eyes and gestured expressively, showing visible impatience. The brief moment quickly went viral online, sparking conversation about her reaction. Even in high-stakes diplomatic meetings, such unguarded expressions remind the world that world leaders are human, and sometimes their gestures speak as loudly as their words. During the same meeting, French President Emmanuel Macron briefly addressed an embarrassing incident involving his wife on a plane. The story quickly became a topic of conversation among leaders and online. Disclaimer: the following clip is entirely fictional and created for entertainment purposes.
Emmanuel.
Thank you, Mr. President, for organizing this meeting. And I would like to begin by clarifying a situation that happened not so long ago, where my wife, Brigitte, slapped me like a French little bitch inside the plane. As a couple, we have our problems. See, we started dating when she was 39 years old. I was only 13 at the time. I didn't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And when I met Jean-Michel, he was a sweet man. I mean, woman. I mean, Brigitte. When I met Brigitte, can we edit that last part? I just wanted to say she's strong-willed, and that's why she slapped me like little bitch. Thank you.
Besides politics news, let's take a moment to look at something fascinating from space. Aboard the International Space Station, an astronaut shows what happens when you squeeze a towel soaked with water in microgravity. On Earth, the water would drip and fall away, but in space, it behaves very differently. The water clings to the towel and spreads around it, forming a floating layer almost like a jelly coating. This is caused by surface tension, proving that even the simplest actions like wringing out a towel turn into surprising experiments in space. And that's all the news items for this episode. Again, please don't take too seriously about our news items. Thank you for being with us. I'm your host, MayLee, for today's news. See you next time. See